And now you're back to us in Newsroom. Toyota Motor Thailand stages the fastest recovery among all Toyota sites around the world. Toyota Motor Thailand has emerged as the fastest fully recovered manufacturer among all Toyota's production sites around the world following Japanese earthquake and supply disruption in March. Kyoichi Tanada, president of Toyota Motor Thailand, said in the Toyota Motor Thailand that has resumed normal operation and is now increasing its production to more than 100% of capacity. He said Toyota Motor Thailand is going beyond 100% capacity in order to fulfill its role as production hub of Toyota as the Thai operation exports Toyota vehicles to more than 110 countries around the world. On the other hand, Toyota Japan, the parent company, can now operate only at 70% of capacity due to the power shortage because of Japan has yet to fully recover from the earthquake shocks. Tanada said the company would be seeking the parent company's approval to invest in the fourth manufacturing facility in Thailand so that Toyota could further diversify its risks. Tanada recently said in the interview with the Nation Multimedia Group that the company would try to run its production by 120% capacity within this July, faster than the U.S. production. Toyota USA is expected to run at full capacity in August-September this year, and the main production in Japan will not run to normal production until September. After the earthquake, which disrupts power supply and operations in Japan, Toyota Motor Thailand's production has been affected by a shortage of auto components and parts, but this disruption lasted for only 2 months. Tanada said there are two main reasons that help Toyota Thailand to recover the fastest. First, it can switch to importing auto parts from other suppliers with only 2 weeks after the quake. Second, around 95% of Toyota's pickup trucks and 80% of passenger cars are made with components and parts in Thailand. So a few parts like electronic components for vehicles which are now still made in Japan have to be shifted to other suppliers, Tanada said.
Our editor-in-chief, Kun Suthishayun, had an exclusive interview with the president of Toyota Motor Thailand on the topic.
Because you also have to solve the problems at Toyota after the recall crisis and then the tsunami problem as well. So you have sort of double issues at Toyota.
Yes, but fortunately for Thailand, in terms of recall issues, so no affection at all.
Nothing at all.
Yes. So in that sense, I'd like to say many thanks to our customers in Thailand to understand well about product issues. So not the same as the situation of the United States.
Oh, yeah.
So in that sense, so just only we have some problem from tsunami affection. But also fortunately, so we'll be able to start 100% production soon, and maybe soon we'll be able to produce what I call 120% production, including overtime work.
120%?
Yes.
How is that possible?
Yeah.
Most people would not understand how can you work over capacity, overtime,
Overtime.
weekends.
Yes. And every day, so we now doing what we call 2 shifts.
Yep.
8 hours per one shift. So 16 hours working, plus overtime work another 3 hours.
Wow.
So that means 19 hours working day a day. So what I call 120% production. And among Toyota family all over the world.
Yes.
Fortunately, so recovery, so timing or so speed, the Thailand is the fastest.
Thailand is the fastest in Asia or in our whole world?
Whole the world.
Wow. Very few people knew that Thailand, especially Toyota Thailand, is such a prominent position.
Yeah, so I always say to our subordinates or our dealers, including suppliers, So we are very lucky.
How did you recover so quickly? Why?
There are mainly two things. The one thing is we could find out another source in terms of supply parts from Japan. Not only one source. And also from the viewpoints of our mother company, Toyota Motor Corporation, Thailand's priority among Toyota family all over the world. The priority becomes very important, the number one priority. So our mother company also supporting to us. So luckily, Thailand's recovery schedule is faster than the other countries. Because we are now producing what we call IMV, so 1 ton pickup car.
Yes.
And we are exporting around 110 countries from here in Thailand.
110 countries from Thailand,
Yes.
production base.
Yes. So basically, regarding 1 ton pickup truck, so for all of Toyota family, all over the world, Thailand is the most important country, the best country. So mother company, Toyota Motor Corporation, always consider the importance of Thailand.
So headquarters have to listen to you.
Yes.
And you are a very important person in the Toyota.
The important person, very lucky person.
Very lucky. But at the same time, you have a big backlog of orders.
Yes.
By the end of this year, can you catch up with all the losses or all the backlog?
Yes.
Can you? By December of this year?
So calendar year basis of last year, from January to December, we produced here in Thailand 630,000 units.
Yes.
And this year's our target from January to December, so 700,000 units. And during the absence of around 1 month of production reduction, so maybe 50,000 units it was affected.
Right.
But still, we will be able to produce around 650,000 more. That means even though we have the affection from tsunami,
Yes.
we still have a chance to overcome the production number better than last year.
Better than last year?
Yes.
By how much? By how many?
Around 20 to 50,000 units.
So in fact, the crisis has turned into an opportunity for you to increase the production.
Yes. So no problem at all now. Thank you for big assistance from our mother company,
Yes.
and also thanks for Thailand government to support for our 1 ton truck production.
Yes.